What's up, everybody? Welcome to Biohistory Raw TV. Today is July 7th, 2013, and we are officially 5 weeks out from the Delaware State Championships where I'll be competing, and 6 weeks out from the Sean Ray. My weight today was 200.8 pounds. Now, if you guys remember, last week I was 207 pounds. So it means I lost a little bit over 6 pounds, about 6 2/10 of a pound, 6 2/10 of a pound in the past week. Now I'm getting questions about, like, how do you do this without losing muscle? Is it due to anabolics? Which, you know what, first of all, I find that just a rude comment. Like, you know, when I was coming up, if I saw someone getting in shape, the last thing I would say, hey, is it because you're taking steroids? It's just, that's rude. So first of all, if you guys know, steroids are illegal in America. Duh. And this is what I keep trying to tell you guys. Experience, knowledge, and busting your ass. I do my cardio every day. Now, I don't do cardio in the off season because I friggin' hate doing it. So as I start adding cardio into my program, I don't have to reduce my calories. So I don't cut calories like everybody else does, where you keep cutting them down to you're next to nothing. Actually, as my diet goes along, I start adding calories, because as your metabolism speeds up and you get leaner, you can take in more calories, unless you're purposely slowing it down like a banana head and pulling your calories down. In that case, yeah, you're going to be on less calories. But the leaner you get, the faster your metabolism is, the more calories you can take in. Doesn't that make sense? I know it goes against what everybody believes, energy output and caloric intake, but the leaner you are, the faster your metabolism. The faster your metabolism, the more food you can take. Plain and simple. At this point, I'm getting fairly close to where I need to be. I'm very flat, which is totally where I need to be right now. And I keep getting questions about, like, on that video of the posing, you know, why did your abs not stand out without you flexing them? And part of it is because the camera didn't have a good camera on it. Lighting, I had just got done working out. So those of you that are asking to see what my abs look like, this is what my abs look like. Okay? As you can see, when I flex them all the way down to my hip, you can see my obliques are in. Now I'm flat, retaining water. That's the way it's supposed to be. But the bottom line is, in 5 weeks, I'll be in the best shape I've ever been in. Hopefully be right at the top of the light heavyweight class at 198. So Friday night before I weigh in, I'll probably be sitting about 205. I usually lose about 6 or 7 pounds overnight, every night, once I stop drinking water and I go to bed. So as I start to come down overnight with the water, I should weigh in right around that 198, which is the top of the light heavyweight class. Now, one of the things that I do use with some of my clients, with myself, whatever, instinctively is how I train right now. But one of the things that have worked well in the past, it works well with clients and pretty much everybody in general, unless they have to do a keto diet because they have that type of physiology, is carb cycling. Now, I've been asked to do a video on carb cycling. There's many different ways to carb cycle. There was one that I did in 2006 where Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday I had 80 grams of carbs. Went up to 200 on Thursday, back down to 80 on Friday. Saturday I actually went almost zero carb, and I did mostly just protein shakes. And Sunday I actually junk loaded all day long. Like, I would literally eat from midnight Saturday, Sunday, all the way to midnight Sunday, Monday. And it would start like Snickers bars and McDonald's and all kinds of crap. And I got in shape. That's actually the picture you see in my avatar. But I didn't get that hard, dry look to the lower back and the glutes. So obviously I knew I had to change something. That was one way to carb cycle. The following year, 2007, excuse me, I used something similar to Chris Aceto's diet, which was a high, medium, and low carb. So you'd have like a low carb on Monday, medium carb on Tuesday, high carb on Thursday. Then it would repeat itself in a cycle over and over again. And the carbs would fall on different days as it rotated through the week. Because it was on a 3-day schedule, there's 7 days a week. So it would complete itself twice and start over on that 7th day. So you may have a leg day one week where you're on zero carbs. Then, you know, the next week you may have a leg day that's on high carbs. You just had to deal with it and get it done. Now, one of the ways you guys can find out how to zigzag diet, carb cycle, whatever you want to call it, I suggest you guys get this book, CEO Muscle. This is Jay Cutler's book. I don't know if you can get it from Amazon. Actually, there's a picture of him from 2001, which is arguably his best condition ever. But as you flip through here, you're going to find the information on the zigzag dieting. And let's see. competitive training, shoulders, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. And we'll get to nutritional know-how. So he talks about carbs, fats, etc., proteins, timing of them, which is important. I think that's super important. Shooting for 5 meals a day, which I know some of you guys that like to do that, 1 meal, intermittent fasting, whatever the hell it is. He gives a sample off-season diet, which is actually just got a lot of food in it, a lot of carbs. And then he goes into the zigzag dieting, they call it, in a 20-week ripping up plan. Okay, and who helped Jay with this, or who taught him how to do this, is Chris Aceto, A-C-E-T-O. You can Google him. I'm sure you can get his books on Amazon too. And I think you can get all of these on Jay's website, jaycutler.com. And Chris is the one that basically took Jay from a teenager all the way up to his first Olympia, as far as I know. And that's pretty much where Jay learned everything. He's been working with him since his first competition at 18, 19 years old. So he's learned about all these things and how his body responds and what to do next when, you know, a certain reaction happens, how he gets the opposite reaction to happen, or to keep it going in one direction. He learned all that from Chris. So if you get this book, which tells you how Jay does it, which is essentially Chris's way, and Chris's books, then you'll cover all your bases. So my advice is to get those 3. My prep's going to continue. I don't know if I'm going to do any more in-gym videos because there's really no point. You've seen my training routine. It's not going to change. Possibly what I may do is actually put my routine up after I'm very close to contest shape. So as I'm starting to fill out, so again, these guys can see the difference between being flat and full and what happens to the physique and how it changes within hours or even days. Dramatic changes. Like, it's unbelievable the way the physique changes. You can go flat or full within 3 or 4 hours time. It's crazy. So bios3training@gmail.com. Leave comments down below. www.bios3training.com is the blog, and we're out.